sportsmanship at a high level of sportsmanship. At this time, I'd like to move that.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to high school basketball on Cape Atlantic Live. I'm Brian Kniff. Matt Ulmer handling the video production behind the scenes. And we are live at Atlantic City High School for the Girls Cape Atlantic League Semifinals. And we have the first game up between 6th-seeded Holy Spirit and number 2 seed Wildwood Catholic. And these are two teams that are very familiar with one another. They played each other twice during the year. First one was close at Holy Spirit. Second one was not so close at Wildwood Catholic. The Crusaders winning both games. Holy Spirit comes in at 16-8. They're coached by Tim Whitworth. They're wearing what is now considered the away white uniforms. Blue lettering and numbers and gold trim. And their starters, their leading scorer, junior Sabrina Little, number 10. 2 seniors, Ella Petras, number 14. Kendall Murphy, number 5. Sophomore Lauren Sella, number 1. And junior Kieran Brewster, number 30. Spartans beat Millville in their opener 61-33 and then upset third-seeded Our Lady of Mercy Academy 62-56 in the quarterfinal round to get to this point. Wildwood Catholic wearing the home blues, black lettering trimmed in white, coached by Steve DePatry. And their starters, they start 4 seniors. Casey Mikulski, who's their leading scorer, 15.5 a game. She's number 4. Elliot McCabe, 00. Destiny Wallace, number 12. Ava Vages, number 55. And then the freshman sensation, Lola McGonigal, number 5, averaging a little over 13 points and 4.5 assists per game. One of the themes with this one is Holy Spirit tends to, in a good way, and I mean this very complimentary, they tend to muck up a basketball game, and they will pressure you all over the floor, and they will also create havoc with their steals. They average, I said, 16.5 steals per game, and it's all led by Ella Petras, who's a dynamite soccer.
Sports or lifestyle. Teammate
Defenders in the Cape Atlantic League. Wildwood Catholic will have a size advantage in this game. Holy Spirit may have a little bit of a speed advantage. Three officials for the game: Robert Matthews, Janelle Bailey, Patrick Killian. Mr. Matthews has the basketball to be Vages for Wildwood Catholic. And it was Murphy for Spirit. And I believe we're going to have a re-tip here. We're going to have a re-toss. The ball was out of bounds. And now they're going to call it and say white basketball, so Holy Spirit will have it. Petras to inbound. Man-to-man defense by Wildwood Catholic. Little goes over to Petras on the wing. Drives top of the lane. Sella, a jumper is good. A long two that banks in. And now here's Holy Spirit picking up full court. Petrash will pick up McGonigal. In the corner to Wallace. Fakes, drives to the basket. Layup is good. Good strong move by Destiny Wallace. Each team scores on their opening possession. Petrash kicks to Sella. Sella, and now a three's on the way. That's an air ball by Murphy and out of bounds, and Wildwood Catholic will have it. McCabe to inbound. Here's Mikulski. Picked up by Little. Mikulski up the left to Vages. Here's McGonigal. Bounces to McCabe. Wallace, who had the opening bucket for Wildwood Catholic, kicks out. Mikulski for three. Rattled it home. 5-2 Wildwood Catholic. Sella with the basketball, top of the key. And we have an illegal screen called on Ella Petrash. That's her first.
Good job, Case. We gotta move on it. We gotta move on this.
Going long. We're going long, right? Going long.
Catholic inbounds.
Right in the 5 out.
Gets some token pressure by Holy Spirit. First of two here will be Mainland and Middle Township at 7 o'clock. McGonigal with it. Had it tipped into the backcourt. Kendall Murphy going to the basket. Stripped from behind. It's going to go off of Murphy and out of bounds.
You're looking to steal. You gotta pass. Pass the ball.
And Catholic throws it long. It's knocked away. Petras comes up with the loose ball. She gets it up to Sella. Sella across the division line. Lobs down low. Brewster a move. Kicks out. And Little has it. Good look down low, but the layup is missed by Brewster. Holy Spirit comes up with the loose ball, but Vages blocks that, and now it's Wallace. Double team, got it up to Mikulski. To Vages. Cross court McCabe. McGonigal a deep three. No good. Rebound to Little. Outlet to Petrash. Knocked out of bounds by Wildwood Catholic.
Everybody has to stay connected. Nobody should be open.
And here's Petrash, stolen away by Wallace. Wallace crosses over, gets to the basket, layup is good. Wildwood Catholic leads 7-2. Little with it. Goes to Brewster, she backs up. Thought about a three. Little will take the three. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound to Vages. McGonigal right side to McCabe. Wallace top of the key area. She's been very active so far. Destiny Wallace has 2 field goals in this game already and has also made a difference defensively. McCabe trying to shake free. Into the lane. Jump hook is good. Timeout, Holy Spirit. They're going to take a 30-second timeout. As Wildwood Catholic has jumped out to a 9-2 lead to start this basketball game. And it is Crusaders leading it by 7 here in the first quarter.
Stay connected on defense. Know where everybody is.
And here comes Holy Spirit. They're in need of a basket here. And we have a foul. They'll go on Ava Vages, and Sabrina Little will go to the line for 2 shots. And here comes Holy Spirit. They're in need of a basket here. These are the first free throws by either team. Vages will sit. Anastasia Bowman, a junior, will come in for her.
Box out.
Little second is no good. Bowman the rebound. Hands off to Mikulski.
Go by.
McCabe to McGonigal. Takes it right, passes down low, tip nearly stolen. McCabe picks up the loose ball.
Keep passing.
Wallace to McCabe.
Backdoor case.
We gotta move.
Wallace again in the corner. Driving. Jump stop, kicks, McCabe for 3. Bang. All set up by great dribble penetration, tremendous jump stop, and then the kick out by Destiny Wallace. Here's a 3 down the other end, and Kieran Brewster knocks one down. And the inbound pass is nearly stolen, but it's tipped out of bounds. And Wildwood Catholic will have it. Crusaders so far have doubled up Spirit, 12-6. 4:02 to go first quarter.
Make sure we're getting on screen.
Baseline. Yo.
McGonigal with it.
They're doubling.
Doubled. Got it over to McCabe. McCabe across the division line. Kicks. Wallace. Right elbow jumper. No good. Good box out by Brewster. Picked up the rebound for Holy Spirit. She dribbles up the right side. Hands off to Petrash. Up to Little. Thought about a 3. Now backs it away. Hesitation move. Goes into a tough area. Jump shot is no good. And Wildwood Catholic the rebound. Wallace. Bowman now in the corner. Here's McGonigal and McCabe. Into the post. Bowman's layup is good. And it's Catholic by 8. Pass into the post. Tipped and stolen away. McCabe with it. Pushing up the left side. Lost the dribble in a tough spot. Got it to a cutting Wallace into the paint. And no good on the shot. Rebound brought down by Spirit's Murphy, but Spirit turns it over. McGonigal for 3. Off the iron, no. Rebound to Brewster. Outletted to Little. Little's 1-on-2 here. Kicks. Sella for 3. That's off the iron, no good. And the rebound goes off Spirit and out of bounds.
Go back door. Look for the cutters. It's open. Stage, just be big in there, Stage. Be big in there, Stage. Gotta move on the tip.
Bowman with it. It's McCabe ahead of the pack. Got it up to her. Now she doesn't have numbers, so she smartly backs away.
Nobody's moving.
McCabe down the right side of the lane. Got it to Bowman. Back to McCabe. McCabe for 3. Bang. Elliot McCabe with 8 points to lead Wildwood Catholic. They have an 11-point lead, and here's a turnover by Spirit. Mikulski with it. Working against the defensive Sella.
Gotta go back door.
Got it to Bowman in the post. Jump hook. In and out. Rebound brought down by Lauren Sella of Spirit. Sella kicks. Petrash for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound Wallace. Wallace across the division line, into the paint. Little jump hook is no good. Little the rebound. Stolen away by Wallace. She'll go to the basket and lay it in. And with 1:22 to go in the first quarter, it's all Wildwood Catholic, 19-6. They're on a 7-0 run here. With 1:22 to go before the end of the period. Cape Atlantic League playoffs here on Cape Atlantic Live, brought to you by Body Armor. So this was a 30-second timeout by Wawa Catholic. And right now, they have a couple of their role players that have gotten off offensively so far. McCabe with 8 points and Destiny Wallace with 6.
Give them the water when they come in. Don't make your head back yet.
Spirit in need of some offense. Riley Burns into the game. She has the basketball. Now it's kicked out to Sella for 3, and that's good. Lawrence Sella has 5, and it's a 10-point game now. McGonigal doubled, tipped and stolen. Brewster came up with it, and McGonigal stole it right back. Mikulski will go in and score the wide-open layup. Sella with the basketball. Goes to Brewster. High post pass to Brewster was tipped, but Brewster's able to get it. Turns, tried an up and under move. Good defense by Bowman. Little for 3, and that's good. Sabrina Little knocks down a 3. 9-point game at 21-12.
Get it out of there. Get it out.
McGonigal. Well, she got away with a travel right there. Definitely switched her pivot foot. Here's McGonigal for 3. No good off the iron. Long rebound to Little. Little drives, goes to the basket, no good. Rebound Lily King for Wawa Catholic. King tipped away from behind, got it right back, goes to the basket and scores. Right before the buzzer. And it's 23-12 Wawa Catholic to start the basketball game through 1 quarter. So a good start to the game for Wawa Catholic. They lead 23-12 after 1. Winner will play in the Cape Atlantic League Championship game Saturday at EHT at 2 o'clock. And turnover there by Wawa Catholic. Pass goes through the hands of King. Might have been a little hot to handle for McGonigal there. Either way, Wawa Catholic turns it over. Spirit looking to cut the lead to single digits. Little, hands off. Here's a 3 on the way that's no good by Brewster. And Mikulski has it. Ava Katona, a junior, number 22, is in the game for Spirit. She's guarding McGonigal now. King with it on the left side to Wallace. Wallace to the basket, no good. Rebound Vages, no good. Rebound King, got it, a foul. And Holy Spirit getting beaten up on the boards on that possession there. Megan Kane, sophomore number 4, checks in for Holy Spirit. Spirit will play a lot of kids. They usually do. And part of that is because of the pace that they play. Their coach, Tim Whitworth, will regularly play 8 or 9 girls. King completes the 3-point play, and it's Catholic by 14. Little with it. Right side, Sella drives, stops, kicks. Here's Burns for three. That's no good. Rebound's going to go off of Holy Spirit and out of bounds. Spirit will pick up full court. McGonigal with it. Working against Little. Spinning. Driving, kicking. Wallace pulls up for three. That's no good. Rebound taken by Vages in the corner. Lobs to King. Layup, no. King got her own rebound. Goes to the basket. Blocked, but a foul. Lily King, 5 points off the bench here. And she's looking for more. Her first one is no good. Murphy, number 5, Petrosh, number 14, back into the game for Holy Spirit. Lily King's second free throw is good. 27-12, Wildwood Catholic. And we're going to have a foul. Casey Mikulski pushing through the screen. Spirit will inbound. Petrosh triggers it to Sella. Now it's Little. Little to the right. Picks up her dribble. Got it to Kane. Kane drives, goes to Little. Little drives the basket. Oh, that's a tough move. She finished in traffic there. Sabrina Little with 6 for Holy Spirit. 27-14, Wildwood Catholic. Here's Wallace, kicks.
Ava, why are you out there? Yeah, why is she?
McGonigal to the basket. Left-handed layup is good.
Ava, get to the skinny.
That's her first points.
Get to the skinny. You're not supposed to be out there, please.
Petrosh drives. She's fouled by Vages. And Bowman and McCabe will return for Wildwood Catholic. Petrosh to inbound. Got it to Sella. 18-footer is good. Lauren Sella with 7 to lead Holy Spirit. It's a 13-point game. Crusaders the lead in the ball. Mikulski. Left side Wallace. Wallace hands off to McGonigal. Doubled and tied up. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession to Holy Spirit.
Lola, see that double coming and get rid of it right away.
Sabrina Little for the Spartans. Bounces to Petrosh. Turns. Tried to pass to a cutting Kane. And McGonigal knocked it out of bounds. Brewster checks back in for Holy Spirit. 5:12 before halftime. This is an awful lot of points that Holy Spirit has given up here. As the game isn't even 11 minutes old, and Wildwood Catholic with 29 points already. Murphy driving. Hit the bottom of the rim on that shot. McCabe the rebound. Bowman with it. Stolen away by Petrosh. She'll go to the basket and she's fouled. Ella Petrosh will get 2 shots here.
Don't do that. You can't leave her though.
First by Ella Petrosh is good. That's her first point. It's 29-17 Wildwood Catholic.
Watch the doubles.
Second one by Petrosh is also good. Winner of this will play the winner of the next game between Mainland and Middle Township for the championship on Saturday. Wildwood Catholic pushing Bowman to the basket, no good. Wallace the offensive rebound.
Get open!
Shoveled it into the post. It was a low pass stolen by Sabrina Little. Little takes it up the right, kicks out. Petrosh an 18-footer. It's an air ball. Rebound to Holy Spirit though. Brewster along the baseline. Bounces out to Murphy for three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Petrosh. Kicked out to Murphy. Sella fakes a three. Foul line area jumper, no good. Got her own rebound. Little has it. She'll drive baseline. The floater is short. Long rebound is loose. And picked up by Sella, no good. Rebound, Little, no good. It's blocked. And now it's Lola McGonigal with it for Wildwood Catholic. And now we have a technical foul called. We have a technical foul called against Sabrina Little away from the ball there. And Casey Mikulski for Wildwood Catholic will go to the line for two shots. First one is good. Second one is good. Mikulski with 7. Wildwood Catholic will have possession here. That foul was Little's first.
Gotta go fast on this. Go fast. Go fast. Can't hold her. 5 out. Stasia, skinny.
Mikulski with it for the Crusaders. Picked up by Petrosh.
Skinny, Stasia.
Goes right to McGonigal. Knocked out of her hands. McCabe has it. Back to McGonigal. McGonigal kicks. Mikulski fakes a three. And a blocking foul is called against Holy Spirit. Goes against Petrosh. That's her second. Megan Kane will check in, replacing Petrosh. Wildwood Catholic by 13. Lola McGonigal will inbound for the Crusaders. Got it into Mikulski on the left. McGonigal in the corner. And a foul is called. That's going to go against Sella. And that is going to send McGonigal to the line for two shots, as it's the 5th team foul on Holy Spirit. It's awfully early in a period to have 5 fouls already. 3:44 to go.
I don't know.
First one by McGonigal is good. Wildwood Catholic is 5 for 6 from the line so far. And McGonigal's second is good.
Turn
15-point lead for Wildwood Catholic here. Sella goes left. Shut off. Pass into the post. Brewster's layup is good. Good find by Kendall Murphy. Nice set play there by Spirit to get a basket. Lily King with the basketball for Wildwood Catholic. Stripped. Loose. Picked up by Spirit. Brewster got it to Kane. Kane up across the division line and lost it. Little couldn't pick it up before it hit the sideline. Kane not really a ball handler, and That turnover really goes against her teammates. Somebody really should have come and gotten it from her.
Cut through, low.
Mikulski.
You gotta cut.
Spirit fans wanted to travel. They didn't get it. Here's McGonigal against Little. Spinning in the lane. Jump hook with the left hands and air ball will go out of bounds. Little has it for Spirit. Bounces to Murphy. Murphy spins, goes to the basket. Knocked out of her hands and out of bounds by McGonigal.
Help them on the block. Help them on the block. Don't let anybody come down. See the ball on the ground.
Kane will inbound. Tries to throw it out high to Little.
Close the gaps with your bodies. Close the gaps and feed your bodies. No hands.
Sabrina Little, deep three. Short, rebound Brewster. Layup, no. Rebound, loose, still loose. And now it's Little. Little down the lane, and she's fouled by Wallace. I'd actually say that's on Mikulski.
He's got two.
Team's fourth, so the next foul will send Spirit to the line. That's the second on Mikulski. Kane in the post, spins, jump hook, no. Got her own rebound, kicked it out. Here's Little, top of the key, drives, kick, wild shot. Wow, she felt contact and threw that up, and it almost went in. Oh, this goes on Mikulski, and it's her third. That's a big turn of events here for in this game as Mikulski picks up her third foul.
Hey, Blue, you've got to box out so that doesn't happen. Come on.
Little misses the free throw. Mikulski will have to go to the bench. McCabe's in the game. 33-20. Wildwood Catholic on top with 2:10 to go in the half. Sabrina Little's 1 for 3 from the line. She has 6 points in the game. That free throw is good. Little with it, or King with it, excuse me. Picked up by Little. Takes it up the right. Hands off to McGonigal. Lola McGonigal doubled. Passes over to King. Lobbed it across to Bowman. Layup is good. Murphy in the corner. Stolen away by McCabe. Here's Wallace. Wallace down the lane. Knocked out of her hands and out of bounds.
We need to look up and look down low because every person's all up top.
McGonigal to inbound. They lob it into Bowman. Bowman turns, jump hook, got it. Sella across the division line for Holy Spirit.
Don't reach.
Hands off to Murphy. Swung over to Kane. Brewster now. Driving to the basket, laying it up and in with the left hand. Nice move, Kendall Murphy. But it's Wildwood Catholic by 14, a little over a minute to go. It's McGonigal, throws high for King. That's a great catch by the sophomore, and she finishes. King with 8 off the bench. Little with the basketball. Left side to Brewster. Over to Little. Tipped out of her hands, is able to regain possession. Dribbles right. Kicks to Kane. Kane to the basket, lost it on the way up. Stripped, ball's loose. Taken back by Sella. Murphy kicks, Little for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, battled for, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession to Wildwood Catholic.
Check the clock.
15 seconds to go in the period. Here's McCabe.
Get it up.
Wallace.
Stasia, get in!
King in the corner. Passes into the post. Bowman had it blocked. Wallace for 3 at the buzzer, no good. So Wildwood Catholic may not have executed well on that set, but they lead it by 16 at 39-23 here at the half. And your first half scoring totals for each team. And it's for Holy Spirit, Sabrina Little and Lauren Sella each with 7. Kieran Brewster with 5. Kendall Murphy, Ella Petrash with 2 each. Wildwood Catholic has a lot of balance. Lily King with 8. Elliot McCabe with 8. Casey Mikulski with 7. 6 apiece for Destiny Wallace and Anastasia Bowman. 4 for Lola McGonigal. 39-23 Wildwood Catholic. We'll be back right before the start of the second half with the audio. Thanks for joining us on Cape Atlantic Live for the CAL Girls Semifinals here from Atlantic City High School. All right, back at Atlantic City High School. Thanks for joining us on Cape Atlantic Live. I'm Brian Kniff, Matt Ulmer doing the production behind the scenes. Cape Atlantic League Girls Semifinal. This is the first of two. Wildwood Catholic, a good first half. They lead Holy Spirit 39-23. And Holy Spirit will have the ball to start the second half, and they need to get their offense going and get some stops. More so their problem right now for Holy Spirit is defensively to give up 39.5. Wildwood Catholic will start the second half without one of its starters as Casey Mikulski picked up her third foul late in that first half. So Lily King, who had 8 points off the bench. Wildwood Catholic got 14 points off their bench in the first half. Spirit with the ball to start. Petrosh step back threes and air ball, and the rebound comes down to King after it just nicks off the bottom of the backboard.
Go to the basket. Go to the basket. You don't have to go out here.
King driving left to a cutting McCabe. Bounce down low to Vages. Layup is good. Her first field goal. Wildwood Catholic has its largest lead at 18. Little driving. Petrosh. Cross court to Sella. Sella drives. Off the glass, no good. Rebound McCabe. McGonigal with it. Past the head, it was tipped, but King has it. Now it's McCabe. Kicks. Wallace for three. Got it. Destiny Wallace with 9. And it's Wildwood Catholic by 21.
Here we go.
Murphy to Petrosh, back to Murphy. She drives, layup no good. Vages, good defense there. She gets the rebound. McCabe running, goes to Wallace. Wallace into the lane, lost it. Sella pushing for Holy Spirit. Bounces to Little, and she is fouled. And Sabrina Little will go to the line for 2 shots.
You didn't try to block shots. They give you a foul. That's how you got 3.
Holy Spirit yet to score in this third quarter. Little can change that here at the line. Her first is good. She's 3 for 5 at the line now. Bowman checks in for Vages as Vages picked up her third foul there. Second free throw's no good. Bowman the rebound for Wildwood Catholic. McGonigal to a cutting Bowman. Got it, a foul! What a finish. Anastasia Bowman with 8 off the bench. She'll try to make it 9 if she can complete this 3-point play. Wildwood Catholic has been very efficient offensively in this game so far. Bowman's free throw's no good. Rebound to Sella.
Turn around, locate.
Little with it on the right. Brewster now. Little again in between the 2 circles.
Watch horn.
Goes to Brewster. Sella driving right. Baseline jump hook, no good. Rebound McCabe.
Left diagonal up the middle.
Goes to Bowman. Bowman hands off to Wallace.
Watch the middle. Stay.
Wallace down the lane, kicks to McCabe. Post entry to Bowman. Drop step, jump hook, got it. Anastasia Bowman with 10 off the bench for Wildwood Catholic. Little on the right. Fires a 3, that's no good. Rebound to Sella. She'll go to the basket and finish. That is the first field goal for Holy Spirit of the second half. They call a 30-second timeout. But it's Wildwood Catholic here by 22 at 48-26. Second semifinal coming up at 7 p.m. That is Mainland, top-seeded Mainland, and number 4, Middle Township. And it's getting to the point here, even though we're still in the third quarter, but with Wildwood Catholic ahead by 22, time is going to really start becoming the enemy for Holy Spirit. And no surprise here, they're going to turn up their pressure. Or at least try to turn up their pressure here out of this timeout. For Wildwood Catholic. 25-point lead here. Now we have a foul on Little. And Wildwood Catholic will inbound underneath. Mikulski checks back in for the first time in the second half. She had 3 fouls in the first half, so that's why she didn't start the second. McGonigal nearly stripped. Strong with the ball, though, kicks to Wallace. Wallace drives into the paint, goes to the basket, off the glass, no good. Rebound, Lauren Sell of Holy Spirit. She pounds the dribble with her left hand into the paint, goes up, no good. Rebound to Wallace. Wallace doubled, got it over to Mikulski, lobs it ahead to McGonigal. McGonigal from deep, and it's good. Shot that from the first row of the stands. And it is a 28-point lead for Wildwood Catholic. Sabrina Little will go to the line here as she is fouled. Wildwood Catholic has outscored Holy Spirit 15-3 here to start this second half. And that was after having a 16-point lead at halftime. Sabrina Little's free throw, no good. Now this is a Holy Spirit team that is rather young. They have 2 seniors in their starting lineup, but their 2 leading scorers are underclassmen, and all their players off the bench are underclassmen. Little makes the second.
Make sure you get in, Stage. Make sure you get in.
She has 9 points. Wallace, crossover dribble, kicks. Mikulski, backdoor pass. McGonigal, good. She has 9. Brewster driving, shut off. Gets it to Kendall Murphy. She shoots a 3 that's no good. Rebound to Anastasia Bowman.
Flash the guard!
Get up the floor.
Hands off to Wallace.
Get to the middle, Stage.
Get over.
Flash, Stage, flash, good.
Wallace working against Little.
Now get in.
Crossover dribble, gets to the paint, kicks. Mikulski for 3, bang. 4th 3 of the third quarter for Wildwood Catholic. Little to the basket, she's fouled by Bowman, and she'll get 2 shots.
But listen, we got to keep her outside. She's driving every time now. We got to stop.
59-27. Wildwood Catholic in control here with 2:47 to go in the third quarter.
Rebound, Stasia.
First one by Little is good.
Good job, guys.
This is Little's 5th trip to the line. This will be her 10th shot. She's going 1 of 2 each of the previous 4. See if she can break that trend here. And she does.
She's gonna look to penetrate.
She has 11 points to lead Spirit. Great pass, McGonigal to Mikulski. And the layup is good. And she has 12 points. Here's a steal by Mikulski. Goes to McGonigal. Another deep 3, short. Rebound King. Lost it on the way up, and now we're going to have a jump ball. Possession 2, Wildwood Catholic. Megan Kane, number 4. Ava Katona, number 22, into the game. Riley Burns is also in for Holy Spirit. Pass in the post to Bowman. Goes to the basket. Jump hook is good. Anastasia Bowman with 12.
Keep her in front of you, keep her in front of you, keep her in front of you.
Driving is Sella. She's fouled. She'll get 2 shots.
That's only her first, right?
Wildwood Catholic has already scored 24 points in this period with 2:09 to go. And they have 2 bench players in Anastasia Bowman and Lily King in double figures. Sella misses both. Rebound to Bowman.
Get it to the middle, there you go.
King brings it up, goes to McGonigal. She goes down the lane, spins one up off the glass, no good. Rebound to Lawrence Sella of Holy Spirit. Good move by McGonigal, just didn't get the bounce. Sella a deep 2. That's no good. And the rebound comes down to Wildwood Catholic. McCabe. And we are going to have a jump ball here as she's tied up. Possession 2, Holy Spirit.
Keep it in front of you, keep it in front of you. No penetration, girls. Close the gap.
Sella to the right.
25's a shooter.
Goes to Burns. Burns for 3, no good. Check that, that was Katona. Wildwood Catholic the rebound. McGonigal doubled. And we have a jump ball. Possession 2, Wildwood Catholic.
One, Lil, stay out, stay out.
Mikulski to trigger it. Goes to McCabe to the posting Bowman. Jump hook, no good, but a foul. And she may have gotten away with a little hook at the start of that move, but now she'll go to the line for 2 shots. Bowman's first is good. She has 13 in the game. And the second one is also good. She's 2 for 3 at the line. It's all Wildwood Catholic. Sabrina Little kicks. 3-pointer is good by Katona. That's Holy Spirit. That's just their second field goal of this period. King with it. Goes to McGonigal.
Pass the ball, pass.
And we have a 5-second violation called against McGonigal. So credit Sabrina Little with that defense. It looked a little quick, but Spirit gets the call. Driving is Kane back to Little. Sella to Little. Fakes a 3. Drives. Left-handed shot, no good. Rebound brought down by Bowman. Bowman tried to dribble out. and turned it over and fouled is Lauren Sella by McCabe. And Sella will get 2 shots.
I know.
Casey!
Destiny Wallace will check back in as they want to get Mikulski to the 4th quarter without picking up a 4th foul. There's 26 seconds to go in the period. It's 65-32.
I know. But Ava has 3.
Free throw is no good by Sella. She has 9 points in the game. Her second free throw is also no good. Rebound though to Kane. She'll step back, 17-footer, no good off the backboard. Rebound McCabe.
Don't leave her.
Bowman to McGonigal. Center of the floor to Bowman. Lobbed in the corner. Now it's King, fakes a 3, goes to the basket, off the glass, no good. Got her own rebound, lays it up and in. Lily King with 13 off the bench. And Wildwood Catholic will take a 67-32 lead into the 4th quarter. As they score 28 points in that period. 6 different players for Wildwood Catholic scored in that period. The Crusaders seem well on their way to the Cape Atlantic League Championship game as they lead Spirit 67-32 at the close of 3 quarters. Wildwood Catholic will play the winner of the next game between Mainland and Middle Township.
1, 2, 3.
Spirit will have the ball to start the 4th quarter.
And then you got
Little goes to Kane. Back to Little, had trouble with the pass, but is able to retrieve. Katona to Sella. Floater's no good. Rebound to Vages. Mikulski with it. Dribbling away from a double team. Now she steps through that double team nicely. McGonigal pulls up in the lane short. Rebounded by Riley Burns of Holy Spirit. Sella goes to Burns. Deep 3 is short. Rebound to Vages. Wildwood Catholic throws it away. Katona for Spirit. Sabrina Little for 3, no good. Rebound, Sella kept it alive momentarily. Wallace came down with it, and then she is fouled by Lauren Sella. And actually, no, they call that foul on Megan Kane. And Wildwood Catholic will inbound.
Sounds like too still. Too still.
7 minutes to go. All Crusaders here. They lead at 67-32. Destiny Wallace in the corner. And she stepped out of bounds. Good trap over there by Kane and Sella.
You shouldn't be so buried in the corner. You should be up a little higher.
Little goes left side. Burns a baseline drive blocked by McCabe and out of bounds. I think you had a case tonight of a veteran Wildwood Catholic team used to being in this moment against a young Holy Spirit team, and the Crusaders just really rose to the occasion here. Here's Wallace after the Spirit turnover. McGonigal over to McCabe. McCabe for 3, no good. Fouled her shot nicely, goes to the basket, in and out. Got her own rebound again, no. Rebound will be knocked out of bounds by Wildwood Catholic. Here comes Lauren Sella. Burns for 3. That's in and out. Good rebound by Katona, and she is fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Girls, we got to box out first. We're not boxing.
Areas, right? Areas.
These will be the 17th and 18th free throws shot by Spirit. They're not shooting a terrific percentage, although Katona makes that one. And the second free throw is no good. Rebound to Vages. Here's Mikulski. Lobs up to McCabe. And Mikulski. High post to Vages. Turns, kicks to Wallace. Down low. Tipped away, but Vages is able to regain. Now that pass is tipped away, and now we have a foul on Destiny Wallace. (67-33), Wildwood Catholic. That was the third foul on Wallace. 3-pointer is good by Katona. 67-36. Wallace with the basketball. Splits a couple of players. No, stripped. Great play by Riley Burns. She pushes, stops, kicks. Katona drives, lays it off to Little, and the layup is good. Good job by the officials to swallow the whistle on that bump on the pass, allowing Little to get the wide open layup. McGonigal tried to step through a double team. It's stolen by Kane, and now we have a foul on Vages. Ava Vages was trying to stop a fast break. She's actually fortunate that that wasn't called an intentional foul there. That's her 4th. Wildwood Catholic wants a timeout here with 5:07 to go. And they lead 67-38. King and Bowman will check back in. The two of them have been terrific off the bench. Bowman with 14 points, King with 13. And the rest of the scoring for Wildwood Catholic's been very balanced. Casey Mikulski's in double figures with 12. Lola McGonigal has 9. Destiny Wallace has 9. Elliot McCabe with 8. Ava Vages with 2. The Wildwood Catholic has 5 players with at least 8 points in this game. Meanwhile, Holy Spirit has just 4 field goals in this second half. To this point. .507 to go. Spirit will inbound. And here's Sella. Right elbow to Little. Knocked out of her hands. McCain has it. Burns. Little again. Spinning. And she's fouled. And that is the 4th foul on Destiny Wallace. So McCabe will come in and replace her.
Lola, step in on that and then recover. Step in with your body, stop the penetration, close the gap. Good job.
And Little will go to the line for 2.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's shooting? That was on the floor.
And now the calling official, Robert Matthews, corrected the lead official, Pat Killian, and said the foul was on the floor. So Spirit will inbound.
Come on, Lola, get out there.
Jumper by Sella is no good. Rebound to Bowman.
Get off the sideline.
Mikulski with it.
Get in there, get in safe.
McGonigal.
Keep moving it. Keep moving it.
It's Wildwood Catholic now. spreading the floor. McGonigal down the lane, kicks across to Bowman. Jump hook in the lane, no good. Got her own rebound off the glass, no. Rebound brought down by Burns. Sella lobs in the post. Kane off the glass, no good. Rebound to Wildwood Catholic. Mikulski lost the dribble, got it to McGonigal. She's doubled. Lost the dribble, stolen away by Kane. Kane pass tipped right back into her hands. Here's Sella, center of the floor, goes to the basket, no good but a foul. Lawrence Sella will go to the line for 2 shots. Spirit now 10 for 19 at the line after that free throw make. Second one's also good. And it's kind of hard to believe. Wildwood Catholic has 67 points in this game, but they haven't scored a point in this fourth quarter yet. Mikulski. Now it's McGonigal. Driving, stops, goes to Bowman. Dips in, layup, no. Long rebound to Mikulski. Back to McGonigal. McGonigal off the glass, no. Rebound brought down by Kane. Over to Sella. Sella drives, her layup is good.
Come on, guys. Step to it.
3:10 to go. Give Spirit credit, they're having a nice fourth quarter so far. I mean, they're not going to win this game, but they are playing it out to the finish. McGonigal to the basket. That is Wildwood Catholic's first field goal and first points of the fourth quarter. Now they get a steal. Here's McGonigal. Goes to Bowman to the basket. No good. Rebound McCabe. Left-handed layup is good. And now she's in double figures with 10 points.
Jump stop next time.
Little, no good on a long jumper. And the rebound will go off of Spirit and out of bounds. And now we're going to have mass substitutions. We'll try to get everybody in for you here. First, we'll give you Wildwood Catholic. This is Celeste Martinez Pinesso. That's no good on a shot. Also for Wildwood Catholic, Grace Murphy, Joelle Murphy, Angelina Richards, who has the basketball. Got blocked, goes up again, no good. And Kennedy Ward, number 11 of Spirit, knocks it out of bounds. Catholic with the basketball, Joelle Murphy in the post. Here's Mara Bean. Back to Joelle Murphy, 1:35 to go. It's 71-42 Wildwood Catholic. Richards to the basket, no. Now we're gonna have a jump ball. Ye Beliris into the game along with Sophia Sani for Wildwood Catholic.
In 1 minute period.
That's Bella Normain on the right for Spirit. Goes to Laura Livingston. Kennedy Ward kicks. 3 ball taken by Julie Fussner. That's no good. Rebound will go out of bounds. So Wildwood Catholic will play the winner of the next game between Mainland and Middle Township. They're actually going to be, they flipped the games this year at the CAL title games at EHT on Saturday. The boys will be first at noon, and the girls are second at 2 o'clock. Sorry, down low, Grace Murphy, no good. Rebound, Angelina Richards. Her shot was partially blocked. Spirit comes out of there with it. Pushing the ball up the floor. No good on the layup is Alexa Fitzgerald. Angelina Richards to the basket. Good Euro step and lays it in. 73-42. 17 seconds to go. Normain on the right. There's Livingston. And we have a foul and a basket. Good move by Kennedy Ward. And she'll go to the line. Try to get another point on the board for herself and her team. It's 73-44 though. And the free throw is no good short. Rebound to Wildwood Catholic. And there's the buzzer. 73-44, Wildwood Catholic. A comprehensive victory here in the Cape Atlantic League semifinal. The Crusaders go to 22-2. Holy Spirit drops to 16.
Electrolytes equal mouth success. Artificial flavor, optimized for victory times.
Artificial? Nah. Body Armor knows nothing in sports should be artificial because there's no substitute for real. Real sweeteners, real flavors, real love of sport. Body Armor. Nothing is more real.
Kennedy Ward, Kendall Murphy, Ella Petras, 2 points apiece. Wildwood Catholic had 5 players in double figures, and their 2 leading scorers came off the bench. Anastasia Bowman with 14, Lily King 13, Casey Mikulski 12, Lola McGonigal 11, Elliot McCabe 10, 9 for Destiny Wallace, 2 for Ava Vages, 2 for Angelina Richards. And again, it's Wildwood Catholic winning it 73-44. And we'll step away from our audio for a bit. We'll come back with the second game coming up at 7 o'clock. Again, it's Wildwood Catholic 73, Holy Spirit 44 in the Cape Atlantic League semifinal. Mainland and Middle coming up at 7 o'clock. But for now, for Matt Ulmer, I'm Brian Kniff. Thanks for joining us on Cape Atlantic Live. Everyone, welcome back to Cape Atlantic. And right now it's 4th seeded Middle Township in white against top seeded Mainland in games. They're the 2-time defending champion. And then we all skipped the year because of COVID. The year before that, they lost the final to Atlantic City. So we'll see what happens here tonight. I'm Brian Kniff, as I said. Mike Frankel with me. Matt Ulmer doing the live video stream. Middle struggled against this Mainland team a couple weeks ago, Mike, but it was also their first game without Madison Palak. I think they suffered that season-ending injury, and I think maybe they found a new identity, and they hope to compete better tonight.
Yeah, no doubt, Brian. And like you said, it was a tough sled, tough go against this team last time around, but it was a Middle team that was trying to find itself. I mean, Madison Palak, one of the top players in the Cal, and she just went down with a season-ending injury just a couple of nights before. So, like you alluded to, third meeting of the season between these teams. Mainland has won the first 2. Mainland has won every game against Cal competition and all South Jersey competition, only lost to really state and national powerhouse St. John Vianney. It'll be a tough test for Middle Township tonight, but look, this is a Middle Township team that has faced adversity like we talked about, dealing with that injury. Head coach John Leahy has a relatively deep bench. He works players in and out. So if there's maybe one advantage tonight for Middle, it is the depth. Mainland likes to go with their starting 5, maybe one player off the bench, so we'll keep an eye on that. All right, starters being introduced right now for both teams. As Brian mentioned, Middle Township wearing the road whites. Again, the uniform situation flipped in the state this year. And it looks like John Leahy going with a starting 5 that he's been rolling with down the stretch here, as Middle Township has been hot of late. But it'll be Mackenzie Palak, the younger sister of Madison Palak, wearing number 15, getting the nod tonight. She is a junior. Reagan Powell, a sophomore who's been pouring in some points in some big spots lately. She gets the nod. Hannah Capoletti, a senior sharpshooter, wearing number 2. She'll handle the point. Junior Izzy Toland, also in the starting 5 tonight. She can also knock it down from the outside and provide some size. And then senior Ayanna Bennett kind of does all of the little things, Brian. She's a senior, thrust into that starting spot with the injury to Madison.
Yeah, and there'll be quite a few kids that come off the bench. Sarah Farrow will come off the bench, along with perhaps Gabby Cruz. Abby Capoletti will definitely get some minutes, so we'll see what Middle Township does with their lineup tonight.
Mainland Mustangs being introduced right now. Again, we mentioned Mainland just having an outstanding season, 23-1 overall. And you talked about this run the Stangs have been on. It's really this group of seniors that's powered that run. They'll start 4 seniors tonight. The lone junior in the starting 5, Ava Sheeran. Sydney Stokes, one of those seniors. She'll man the middle. Casey Bretonis, the UMass commit, really an all-South Jersey player. And then the Mazer sisters, Ava and Bella, can both score in bunches as well. We should see Riley Nagel off the bench a bit, the freshman, but as we talked about, Mainland likes to go about 6 deep. We'll see if head coach Scott Betson goes a little bit deeper than that as this game goes on. Again, Mainland comes in with a mark of 23-1. Middle Township comes in with a mark of 19-6. Middle is the 4 seed, Mainland the 1 seed, and you may have been watching earlier. The winner of this one gets Wildwood Catholic. The Crusaders beating Holy Spirit 73-44. And the winner of this one faces Wildwood Catholic in the Cal Championship game. That one, the later game this year on Saturday, Brian, 2 o'clock start.
Yeah, they flipped them. They're going to play the boys at noon and the girls at 2. 3 officials for this game. Dan McGinnis, who has the basketball. You can see on our video, he walked over, talked to Billy Calbaum, one of his partners, and then on the other side of the court, Frank Sipple. This is a Mainland team that has 5 scholarship players in its starting lineup. You have Sydney Stokes going to FDU, Casey Bretonis going to UMass, the 2 Mazer sisters headed to Westchester, and then Ava Sheeran is going to Westchester for lacrosse.
It's a standout senior class as Mainland controls the tip, and we're underway here at AC High. Bretonis, she'll handle the point. She doesn't mind mixing it up down low as well. And this is Mazer on the bounce, looking down low, trying to get it to Stokes. Back to Bretonis, jump step into the lane. She gets a shot up. We'll see if this one's on the floor. Nope, they're going to say she was shooting, and an early opportunity from the free throw line there for Casey Bretonis.
Bretonis recently scored her 1,000th point, as did Ava Mazer. Bella Mazer is about 40 away. So, and Mainland figures to have at least a few games left, even no matter what happens tonight. They're a favorite to go very deep in the Group 3 tournament.
We talked about the seeds in this tournament. I believe both teams the same seeds in their respective state tournaments. I know for a fact Mainland's the number 1 seed. I believe Middle the number 4 seed in Group 2.
Middle actually moved up to the 2.
Okay, good to know.
After a couple wins last weekend.
All right.
Before the cutoff.
So Bratonis knocks down 1 of 2, and now here's the Panthers' first opportunity. Middle works it around the arc. This is Capoletti. And now Bennett gets a touch. Up top now. They swing it left side, Capoletti. Mainland going man-to-man here early on. Palick. Middle trying to find a shot. The runner a little bit off balance, but a nice finish that time from Powell.
Oh, she's a kid that's really coming on. And you want to talk about athletic. You know, the athleticism's always been there. The basketball skill is really starting to pick up for her, too, and you can see it by that finish.
Now a takeaway by Middle Township. The entry pass a little bit off the mark as the Panthers force a turnover. Skip pass into the corner. 3 on the way from Toland. That one's off the mark. Battle for the board. Looks like last touched by Powell. And the Panthers, to stay in this game, Brian, you'd have to think, have to be able to turn the Stangs over here and there.
There's no doubt about it. And they're going to have to do it with their pressure defense. Though they are sinking in a little bit and playing more of a zone look here as Bratonis misses the jumper.
Yeah, a little bit of a 1-3-1. We've seen John Leahy mix it up a little bit, and that's certainly a frustrating foul for Bratonis and Mainland, as that foul's committed about 90 feet from the basket. A little overzealous there on the steal attempt.
And any foul gives the Mainland coaching staff some consternation because, you know, as you mentioned at the top, they generally don't play many more players than their starting 5, so foul trouble could be a real issue for them.
All right, here's Powell, left wing, looking into the high post. Elbow jumper from Capoletti. That one is strong. Bennett with the offensive rebound, and she kicks it back out. So another chance here for the Panthers. Capoletti on the bounce. Now here's a 3 from the corner from Powell. Nothing but net, so Reagan Powell, all 5 points for Middle so far.
Good start for the Lady Panthers.
And as you talked about, Brian, it's a little bit of I think a junk defense the more I'm looking at it, maybe a true zone in the straight on 3. Again, that's a zone buster right there. Mazer can knock that shot down, and she buries the triple.
Yeah, that was Ava Mazer. She also recently just scored her 1,000th point.
Palick catches on the wing. Middle Township running it set here. Just about 2.5 minutes gone by. Panthers on top by 1 early. Bennett directing traffic from the corner, and now here's Palick. Capoletti swings it over to the left. Toland in the corner, picks up her dribble.
Yeah, it's in a bad spot there. She's in trouble.
Able to find a teammate. It's Palick. Palick gets the step, slicing down the lane. A little double clutch and a nice finish. That's a tough finish, but Palick made it look easy.
Well, she had a couple shot blockers in there, and she had to double clutch to protect the basketball. That's a big-time move there.
So here is Mazer, the step back, a little bit long that time, and it looks like actually saved Bennett with the save that time. Here comes Palick, tried to split a pair of defenders. Mainland forces the turnover. Bratonis ahead to Mazer. That's Bella, and she lost the handle as that goes out of bounds.
So the turnover in Middle Township will have possession.
So here is Capoletti to walk it up. 3.5 gone by. Middle Township with a 3-point lead here. Cape Atlantic League Tournament semifinal. That's a deep 2 and a little bit short. Offensive rebound right back to Powell, and she gets 2 more. Reagan Powell with 7 as the ball actually gets stuck in the net. We're going to need a little assistant. Hop out there, Brian. Can you knock that down for him?
That's okay.
So a timeout is actually taken on the floor. And Middle Township, again, coming out strong. You know they had to try to set the tone in this one. 2 losses to Mainland. And now it looks like we're going to get Cohen Cook off of the bench, if you will, standout player for the boys team. He's been thrust into duty here to try and knock this ball down.
Well, I don't think it's really the ball. The problem is there's an issue with the net. They have to get the net fixed because the net's tangled, and then Cook goes up and grabs it, pulls it down, and now I think we're good to go.
We are a full-service live stream providing play-by-play for everything interesting happening in between the game action as well. But back to the action. Yeah, Middle Township, really kind of a dream start with a 5-point lead and already a foul or 2, or should just say that 1 on Bratonis.
Yeah, the 9-4 start. Reagan Powell with 7 of those 9, as you mentioned, Mike. And this is a a great start for Middle. And, you know, anytime you come in as an underdog, which Middle certainly is here, the longer you can hang in the game, the more confidence you're going to gain.
All right, so Mainland out of the timeout here. Bratonis, contested catch on the wing. She gets the step, draws some contact, and she's fouled on the way up. Hit the ground hard here. A little bit shaken up. Some teammates rush over to help her up that time. And looks like she's trying to gather herself now as she takes the slow walk back to the free throw line. And it will be Bratonis shooting 2. Again, UMass commit, really the engine that drives this Mainland team. First free throw a bit long. So Bratonis gets set for her second. 4:13 to go. Again, Middle Township with that 9-4 advantage here in the opening quarter. Second free throw on the way for Bratonis. That one is good. And second point of the game for Bratonis. So 9-5 is our score, just about at the midway point of this first quarter in this Cape Atlantic League Tournament semifinal. Palick, and she got a little overzealous that time, and she walked trying to go for that dribble handoff.
Yeah, she needed to either keep the dribble alive or come to a jump stop. She did neither, and it ends up as a turnover.
So an opportunity here for Mainland to cut into this deficit as Bratonis goes back to work. Good matchup here. Looks like maybe a zone with Palick just following Bratonis, if we're being totally honest here. It seems to be the situation. Box and one, maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Bratonis, a nice move there. The spin and the finish, her first field goal. She's got 4.
Mainland pressuring here. Lazy pass.
Pays off. The steal by Sheeran. Bratonis gets 2. Just like that, we're tied at 9.
So a quick press defense there by Mainland pays off.
Now Middle trying to end this Stangs run. Bennett gets the pass and calmly lays in 2 off the feed that time from Palick.
Great slip of the screen there by Ayanna Bennett. Mainland jumped the ball screen, so Ayanna Bennett did the right thing and slipped right to the basket. Good.
3 ball on the way from Bella Mazer, and that one hit off the top of the backboard. Yeah, it took us a bit to identify that defense, and maybe took Mainland a bit too, but definitely a box and one. So John Leahy, they call that a junk defense for a reason. You don't see it a lot, but with a standout player like Bratonis, sometimes it's warranted. All right, so here's Capoletti over the timeline, and Middle goes to work. That 2-point lead, 2:40 to go here in the first. Open for 3 is Toland, and didn't get it to go. Rebound taken down by Ava Mazer. Ava on the bounce, keeps her dribble. Now Bratonis splits some contact down low, and we have a charge. And Brian, that's foul number 2 on Casey Bratonis, who quickly says, "I'm good, leave me in."
That's a great play by Ayanna Bennett in help side defense there, taking the offensive foul.
So a major storyline early on in this one as Bratonis stays on the floor with those 2 fouls. A lot of trust there between the coaching staff and the senior as we approach 2 minutes to play in the first. Capoletti, that's her spot. That time a little bit long though, and the rebound grabbed by Stokes. Here come the Stangs. They can tie or go in front here with a 3. Stokes right back out. Ava Mazer, long 3 on the way. She left it short. Good box out that time by Toland.
Yeah, the floorboard to Palick, but you're right, Toland made that happen for Middle.
Powell, and she was fouled on the short jumper that time as Stokes was flying over trying to block that. It looked like she got a little bit of the hand, and we'll have some free throws upcoming for Middle.
Stokes was actually in good defensive position there, Mike. She'd have been better just moving a hand to the face of Powell. That would have been a really difficult shot. Instead, she swatted at the ball. That's an easy foul call for the official.
So Powell's been the hot hand so far for Middle Township. She goes to the line to shoot 2. And the first one rolls off the rim. Powell is a sophomore. Major part of this Middle Township team.
Between Powell and Sarah Farrow, who will eventually come off the bench, and Abby Capoletti, they have a really good sophomore class here at Middle Township. And some other younger kids that will eventually be pretty good players in this program.
Frustrating trip that time for Powell. Both of her free throws rim out, so it stays a 2-point game. Under 2 to go in the first. Here's Bella Mazer. Around a high screen, keeps her dribble.
Middle switch back to man-to-man here, it looks like.
Bratonis now kicks it out. Mazer, the long three. That one just hit off the backboard, and the rebound taken by Middle.
Good box out by Bennett.
Again, the winner gets the 2 seed Wildwood Catholic in the Cape Atlantic League Tournament Final. That'll be 2 o'clock at EHT on Saturday. Boys game at noon. Of course, the boys semifinals, we'll have those for you tomorrow. Here's Palick, jump step.
She traveled.
And she traveled. So jump step, maybe a little bit too many steps.
Well, what a lot of people don't understand about that rule is when you do that jump stop, you have to come down with both feet at the same time. And she's kind of did a little 1-2, and that is a travel.
Nice to have a hybrid broadcaster / referee on the announce tonight, as that shot is off of the mark, and that
was a big-time rebound down there by Reagan Powell in traffic.
Yeah, frustrating sequence there for Bella Mazer, who usually makes that, but she left that one short. We're under a minute to go. 11-9, still our score. Middle's been in front most of this first quarter. And a scramble for the basketball now. We may have a tie-up, and that's exactly what we have. We're actually behind the possession arrow from our position here, but it looks to be pointed in the direction of Middle. And so it'll be side out of bounds for the Panthers. Capoletti to inbound. Gets it into Powell. We'll see if Panthers try to hold for one here. Powell wants to go. Capoletti in the corner. Back up top, foot on the line. That's a deep 2. And it's off the mark that time from Tolan. Rebound to Stokes. Here come the Stangs. 25 seconds to go. Ava Mazer. Stokes wide open. Top of the key 3. It rattles home, and Mainland is in front.
Well, this is how good Mainland is. I feel like Middle has carried the momentum of this whole quarter, Mike, and now the Mustangs are in front.
Middle with a chance to do something about it late in the quarter, but the Panthers turn it over, or do they? Yes. Well, it looked like Bella Mazer couldn't quite get to that basketball, so with 2.3 seconds to go, as Riley Nagel, the freshman from Mainland, checks in for the first time for Bratonis. They don't want her to pick up that third, but Middle has to hurry here. Maybe an opportunity for a shot. Capoletti, though, catches in the deep corner, and it looks like that's how the quarter comes to an end, and it does. So after one, back and forth quarter, competitive quarter, it seemed like Middle Township really was in front for most of it, but after one, Mainland leads by 1, 12-11.
Yeah, Middle had the 9-4 lead, so a 7-3 little spurt by Mainland to finish it, to take the lead. On that last inbound there, you know, it's a long way to go with 2.3 seconds, but Middle really needed to try to run something where they were running toward the basket at which they're shooting, and maybe they could have gotten it up to half court and get some kind of a heave there. Instead, they threw it back to Capoletti, who really could do nothing with it but hold it till the end of the period there. So, you know, Middle a good start, though, and they're in the game here after one period down by just a point.
Mike Frankel, Brian Kniff with you. Matt Ulmer, of course, on the video on Cape Atlantic Live, which is fueled by Body Armor. Happy to have them on board. Some first half scoring totals. I was going to give my tally, but if you're looking at the official sheet there, we know that Powell was the leader for Middle with those 7 points.
Yeah, she had 7 points, 2 apiece for Bennett and Palick, and then for Mainland, Bratonis with 6, Sydney Stokes and Ava Mazer each with 3.
So a competitive first quarter, 1-point game after one. Again, 2 games. You'd say the first one was relatively competitive. Mainland ended up winning by 10. Second one, different story. It was all Mustangs from start to finish. But at least through one, different story here tonight. Mainland with the basketball to begin the second. 3 on the way from Sheeran, and she left that one well short. Just bounces out of bounds, and an empty possession there to begin the second for Mainland.
A good defensive stop there for Middle Township. Sarah Farrow, number 32, who just inbounded one of those outstanding sophomores that I was talking about. Another one, Abby Capoletti with the basketball, gives it up to Powell.
Yeah, both of those sophomores on the floor, and Farrow certainly a high-energy player down low. Palick driving, another strong finish that time from Kenzie Palick.
Well, she's finished 2 difficult ones in traffic, and she got a great pass there from Bennett. Palick found a soft spot there and a lane to the basket. Caught it, went strong.
So Middle Township back on top by 1. Bella Mazer jacks up the 3 and drills it. So she was a little bit off the mark in that first quarter. Sees that one go down. First points of the night for Bella Mazer.
That's a bad foul there on Sheeran, reaching in right at the division line. Mainland is not necessarily known as a big-time three-point shooting team. Ava Mazur's made 50. Oh, here's a steal by Ava Mazur.
Ava taking it coast to coast, left it short though, and the rebound ripped down by Powell. So Middle Township down by 2 with the basketball, just over a minute gone by here in the second. Palak to set things up, gets a bit of a step, lays it off. This is Abby Capoletti. Farrow, top of the key. She'll put it on the deck. Farrow, and that's rejected down low by Stokes. That's the rim protection that the senior provides.
And Sarah Farrow, as a sophomore, is going to learn. She made a great move at the top of the key, and what she should have done after that first dribble was come to a jump stop in the middle of the lane and shoot that little jumper. Instead, she tried to challenge the 6'1" Stokes. That's never going to end well. Capoletti came close to violating there on the inbound, Mike. She was moving across the baseline.
Whistle silent, so Middle's able to get it in. Yeah, Stokes, one of the premier defenders in all of South Jersey. Palak, that shot was blocked by Sheeran. Palak, nice hustle there. She saved it, but here come the Stangs the other way. Bella Mazur ahead of the pack, and she lays it in for 2.
Mainland now by 4.
See if the Panthers can answer. This is Abby Capoletti, and now Farrow going to work on the wing. Farrow had that poked away, and Sheeran comes up with the steal. Here's Ava Mazur, 3-on-3. Ava Mazur lost it in the lane. Ball still loose. Sheeran picks it up. Bella Mazur finds herself open for 3, and she knocks down another one.
Bella Mazur with 8 all in this period.
And this is what Mainland can do to you, Brian. Middle was feeling really good early on. All of a sudden, the Panthers down by 7, just 2.5 minutes into this second period.
Yeah, it's a 15-6 run now by Mainland.
Palak. Farrow dips in again, and a lot of, give her credit, right? Fearless. She just got her shot blocked, and she goes right back to the well. This time she gets 2.
And I thought she would have been better off taking that foul line jumper, but it worked out for her. She goes to the basket. Middle Township, a quick timeout, try to settle things down. They get back to within 5 at 20-15.
So we talked about the foul situation. Again, a lot of trust between Scott Betson and this coaching staff in the super senior Casey Bretonis. And really, Bretonis turned around as soon as she picked up that second foul in the first quarter and said, I'm good, keep me in. And again, it's still early on in the second quarter, but she's remained on the floor with those 2 fouls. We talked about it, Mainland, not a relatively deep team. They go about just 6 deep. But a lot of trust right now. She's been able to stay on the floor. But as we've talked about, it's been Bella Mazur. 0 points after 1 quarter. She's got 8 all here in the second.
Yeah, 2 threes and another bucket, and Mainland has the 5-point lead. And even though this is only a 5-point game, you know, Middle Township is not the most prolific half-court offensive team. You know, they really need to slow Mainland's offense down a little bit. You know, Middle really needs to keep Mainland under 45 to have a shot, and for them to have 20, you know, less than 11 minutes into the game, that doesn't bode well for Middle Township. They need stops.
Back underway out of the timeout. Mainland with the basketball in that 5-point lead. Bretonis going to work. Deep 3 on the way from Mazur. That one is off the mark, and Bennett with the rebound for Middle. Palak. Cross court, they go one more into the corner. This is Toland. Capoletti, this is Hannah Capoletti, and she's fouled from behind that time. Another reaching foul there. That's why I'm on Bella Mazur. Just the first team foul, second team foul of the quarter. First personal foul there on Bella. Side out of bounds, just under 3 minutes going by in the second. Palak comes over to gather it for Middle. Here's Hannah Capoletti. Both Capoletti sisters on the floor right now. Bennett. Palak catches on the wing. Tries to go down low, and that pass is knocked down by Sheeran. She ran out of real estate on the sideline, but again, active hands from the Mustangs on defense.
Yeah, it's a mistake from Palak, too. That's one where you have to, she ends up picking up the foul in frustration, but that's one there when she gets the double team, you have to take that on and ball fake, get down low, bounce around, or crunch through. She made it easy for Mainland there.
Bretonis down low, and Leahy can't believe it as they'll get Bennett for this foul. Yeah, I didn't see the foul on the last sequence until one of the officials came over, but you're right. Middle whistled for that foul. That's why Sheeran ended up out of bounds. And now, again, Leahy not thrilled with this call, but Bennett commits the foul. It's her second, and Bertonis right back to the line.
She's 2 for 4 from the stripe so far. That one's good.
So Bertonis now with 7. Farrow quickly checks right back in for Bennett as Bennett takes a break with those 2 fouls. We saw Nagel right at the end of that first, Brian. Other than that, it's been the starting 5, as we talked about, for Mainland. Bertonis sinks the second. She's got 8, and the lead is up to 7 with 4:26 to go before halftime. Some token full-court pressure here by the Stangs. Abby Capoletti did well to dribble out, but now Farrow is caught along the sideline, and this is Bella Mazer ahead of the pack, and she gets 2 more. So that would have been a backcourt violation, but Bella took it a step further and got the layup. Middle again going to work against this pressure, and John Leahy wants to talk things over. Again, sensing that this can kind of get away from his team in a hurry, and doesn't like the way his Panthers are handling some of this pressure right now.
Well, I think part of the problem right now is that there's a couple of kids on the floor that almost seem like they don't want the ball in their hands, and Mainland can sense it. And Middle has to be stronger with the ball. You know, sometimes it's not the worst, and John Leahy is demonstrating to his kids exactly what I'm about to say. Sometimes it's not the worst thing to take on a double team and hold your dribble, crunch down low, step through, ball fake, bounce around. You know, maybe you ball fake at a player in the air, you still have your dribble, you can go. But it's almost like the double team's coming and Middle is panicking and just throwing the basketball away.
Seems like a critical point in the game right now. Mainland has built a 9-point lead. There's still 4 minutes to go in the half.
And if it's your player who's guarding you who leaves to double, you have to step to the basketball and not run away.
So we'll see if the Panthers can adjust. Meantime, Palick and company on offense. Nice pass down low, and Farrow couldn't get it to go down there. Here come the Stangs.
I think Stokes partially blocked that, Mike.
At the very least altered it, but she always seems to have a hand either on or around the basketball. Bertonis gets it up to Sheeran. Sheeran back to Bertonis. Here's Bella Mazer, a little jab step, tries to go baseline, cut off, spins, finds her sister Ava up top. Ava, nice shovel passer, looked like it, but it was taken away by Middle. So good active hands by the Panthers defensively. Now here's Capoletti setting things up. Over to Abby Capoletti. She'll try a 3. Back iron, no good. Mainland clears the board.
Good look there for Abby Capoletti. You might say it's a quick shot, but against Mainland, you got one of your best shooters wide open, you take it.
And that is Bella Mazer. It's been her quarter now, Brian. 12 points in the quarter. The lead has swelled to 11.
At 26-15.
Farrow catches on the wing. Middle really needs a bucket here. Looks down low to Palick. She's bumped from behind. That'll go against Sheeran, I believe her second. As number 10, Gabby Cruz, senior, comes in off the bench, along with number 4, Reagan Powell, checks back in. That is the second foul on Sheeran. So Bertonis with 2, Sheeran with 2, something to keep an eye on.
Middle to inbound.
Yep. Into the corner. Quick 3 right off the bench that time from Cruz. Couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, it's not a good shot. You want to come off the bench and maybe run up and down a little bit, get a sweat going. You know, catching the ball right off the first pass and firing isn't usually a recipe for success.
Bella Mazer with the post move. Couldn't get that one to fall. And Middle Township with the rebound. Palick directing traffic as she brings it across the division line. Into the corner. 3 on the way from Hannah Capoletti, and she buries it. That's a much-needed bucket in the first points of the night for Hannah.
Great find by Palick, and Capoletti really has a quick trigger. She can get her shot off quickly, and that was on display there.
Mazer going to work. Ava lost it. Palick stripped it. Here come the Panthers. Palick, now she turns on the Jets. Little reverse layup is good. That's another nice finish from Kenzie Palick.
That is a big-time move going to her left there. When she first made that move, I thought she was going too far, and then she went right to her left and finished.
Bertonis, Ava Mazer. That one was off the mark. Bella battling for the rebound, pokes it out to Ava. Palick took it away. Kenzie Palick tripped as she goes across midcourt. This foul will go against Ava Mazer. That's the 4th team foul on Mainland. So again, just 1:38 to go, but Middle will be shooting free throws the rest of the period.
Looks like Mainland wants a full timeout, Mike, as Middle's on a little run here. They get 5 straight, and they're back to within 6.
Yeah, we talked about it just a couple of minutes ago. Critical point in the game. Which way was this going to go? Mainland had an opportunity to really open it up, but it's been the opposite. Middle Township has chipped away, and Palak has really been the catalyst in the last couple of minutes here.
Yeah, active hands, couple of steals, and the terrific finish at the rim. And earlier, she had the great pass to set up Capoletti for the 3. And again, if you're Middle Township, this is what you want. You just want to be able to stay in the game into the 4th quarter. And that's what you're really, really looking for if you're Middle Township. Stay in the game as long as possible. Make Mainland maybe start doubting themselves. Get your chance to have to build your own confidence. But let's face it, Mainland's been in these situations before. They get everybody's best shot. They usually can react well when people are making runs against them. This will be an interesting final minute and a half or so of the half here. See if Mainland can create some more separation or if Middle can inch closer back into it.
Powell with those 7 points in the first quarter. Palak and Hannah Capoletti picking up the slack here in the second, and really it's been Bella Mazer leading the way for Mainland in the second with 12 points all in the quarter. But how many times have we said Sydney Stokes' name? Again, one of those rare players, only 3 points, but she affects a game in so many ways.
Well, defensively, she is really something around the rim. And obviously a terrific rebounder.
And this is a little bit of a lazy pass stolen that time by Ava Mazer, and she left the layup short. She came back in from out of bounds and grabs the rebound, must have established position down there. Now here's Bella Mazer.
That pass needed to go to the outside hand off the inbound, and it went to the inside hand. That's why it was stolen.
Bella Mazer with the miss, and it looks like the whistle will go against Riley Nagel, and I'll tell you what, Brian, that's going to mean free throws for Middle Township.
Yeah, that's not a good foul there. I mean, Riley Nagel is not going to get a rebound over Reagan Powell, and now Powell's going to be able to walk all the way down the court and shoot free throws. She is 0 for 2 from the line.
So again, Betson and the Mustangs trying to, one of their players having 2 fouls. It's Shear, and she's on the bench right now, and Nagel commits that foul very far away from Middle's offensive end as Powell hits the first.
Much better form there from Powell than the first time she was at the line. She got the ball up high and really followed through there.
Powell set for the second.
And did the same there.
So she adjusted on that line after 2 misses earlier on in the ball game.
Now we have a 4-point game. Reagan Powell with 9 of Middle's 22.
So Middle on the run now as we approach 1 minute to go. Bella Mazer, hard drive to the hoop, and she finishes.
That was a terrific crossover by Bella Mazer.
14 points, Brian, all in the second quarter.
She has all but 2 of Mainland's points in this period.
Palak, nice entry pass, Cruz down low, and that's a high percentage shot. She finishes off the window.
Again, they slipped the screen down along the baseline. That's the second time Middle's been able to do that and get an open layup.
Back to a 4-point margin. Mainland with the basketball into the corner. It's Bella Mazer for 3.
Oh, she has got it going on in this period, Mike.
17 points in the quarter. Lead is back to 7. And Middle with the basketball, chance at the final shot if they elect to go that route.
Well, the possession arrow's in their favor. Unless it's a wide open layup, they really need to take the last shot here. 15 seconds to go.
In fact, Leahy imploring his team to pull it out, and that's what they do. Here's Abby Capoletti over to Hannah. 8 seconds to go. Palak's got to get going. 6 seconds to go. Splits a double team. Kind of an awkward step down the lane, and she was bumped, they say. So that'll be 2 free throws for Palak with 4 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, the official, Dan McGinnis, indicated no shot, but it doesn't make a difference because Mainland, as you said, is in the penalty. So Palak will go to the line for 2 here.
So Palak steps to the free throw line to shoot 2. And a chance to bring her team a little bit closer here as she hits the first.
This is Palak's first trip to the line. She has 7 points in the game.
Also of note, Brian, that foul went against Mazer, Ava Mazer, I should say. And so she has 2, Bertonis with 2. Second free throw won't go. 3 seconds to go. We'll see if the Stangs can get a shot off. Ava Mazer, not sure if she got it off. They say she did, and it won't go down. And a competitive, a good first half here at Atlantic City High as Mainland is in the lead, but just by 6, 31-25 at the break, Brian.
Yeah, and again, Middle's in the game down 6, but chances are they can't keep up this pace. 31 points is an awful lot of points for Middle Township to give up in a half. And they just generally don't have the offensive firepower to be able to play a game in the 50s and 60s. But obviously they're in it, down just 6 at the half. And we'll give you your point totals here. And Bella Mazer, as you said, 17 points all in the second quarter. Casey Bertones has 8. Sydney Stokes and Ava Mazer each with 3. And for Middle Township, it is Reagan Powell with 9, Mackenzie Palick with 7, Hannah Capoletti with 3, and then 2 apiece for Ayanna Bennett, Sarah Farrow, and Gabby Cruz, and it's 31-25 at the half.
All right, so we'll step aside for a few minutes, but obviously stay with us. Should be an exciting second half on tap. We'll be back with the start of that in just a bit here on Cape Atlantic Live. Ryan Kniff, Matt Ulmer with you on Cape Atlantic Live. The second Cape Atlantic League Tournament semifinal here tonight, Brian, as Mainland leads Middle Township at the break, 31-25. The winner gets Wildwood Catholic as the Lady Crusaders took care of Holy Spirit by a final of 73-44 in the opening game. And that final will be Saturday in Egg Harbor Township. But if you're just joining us, first half, really kind of a half of runs. Middle Township seemingly in front for most of that first quarter. Mainland closed it out in front just by a point or two, 1 point to be specific. And then it was Mainland opening up a little bit of a lead in that second quarter, but give Middle credit as the Panthers fought back to bring it to 6.
Yeah, Mainland got up by 11 at 1 point, and Middle actually closes to get to within 6, as Mike said. So. And Middle will have the ball to start the second half.
All right, so about to begin the second half. Again, boys Cape Atlantic League Tournament semifinals tomorrow in Millville. We'll have those games for you. It's number 2 Ocean City versus number 3 Mainland in the early game at 5. And then number 1 Middle against number 4 Atlantic City in the second game at 7. Girls action tonight. Panthers basketball to begin the third. Good ball movement here. Palick thought about a 3. Puts it on the deck, finds Bennett. Now 3 on the way from Powell. Back iron, no good. Battle for the board, Middle. Palick had it, and now a foul called. And this one goes against Mainland, Brian. That's number 3 on Ava Sheeran.
Yeah, something to watch here.
She stays on the floor for now. Again, just a few seconds off the clock here in the third. Foul's becoming a bit of an issue. Powell, check that. Bennett left open in the lane, but couldn't fit anything down there, and here comes Mainland.
Well, she slipped the screen and was wide open. I think she was surprised at how open she was when she turned around, and I think that may have affected her shot.
Stokes over to Ava Mazer, and her 3 goes down. So it was Bella with the hot hand in the second. Ava begins the third with a triple.
The two sisters have combined for 5 threes. Stokes also hit a 3 earlier, so they've hit 6 threes. They're not a team that makes a ton of threes normally, but they've got 6 already here today.
Mustangs lead up to 9, just over a minute gone by here in the third. Powell puts it on the deck, contested. Stokes had a hand right there, but Powell with the tough finish.
Well, she was able to finish, Mike, because Powell did a great job of getting into Stokes' body, and Stokes couldn't extend the arm to block the shot.
Ava finds Bella down low, and Bella is fouled on the way up. Sister connection there, and that sends Bella to the line to shoot 2. Foul goes against number 4, Powell, just her first. Again, no real foul issues to speak of. Bennett has 2, so maybe a little bit of an issue there. But again, tighter rotation for Mainland. Some of those fouls becoming an issue. First shot in and out that time for Bella. Starters on the floor for both teams. Players that started the game also starting the second half as Bella hits the second. She now has a game-high 18 points.
Well, Mainland an 8-point lead here. 6.5 to go in the third.
Capoletti goes to work for the Panthers. Dribble handoff. Here's Powell. Palick now into the post, and that's poked away. Ava Mazer with the steal. 3-on-2 behind the back. That's pretty, but rejected that time. And that was Bennett with the block, but it looks like somebody stepped out, so the ball will stay with Mainland.
Well,
nice pass, but nice defense there from Bennett.
Mackenzie Powell came from out of bounds. She needed to get a foot down inbounds before touching the ball, and she didn't do that.
Stokes gets her own miss, back up strong and in for 2. So the Stangs feed Stokes on the inbounds play, off on the first, but she follows her own miss.
Critical juncture of the game here for Middle Township. They can't let Mainland run away with it here.
Similar scenario in the second quarter, and Middle was able to chip away. Capoletti, and that's 4 fouls, Brian, on Sheeran. So now Betson and the Mustangs forced to make a move here. It'll be Riley Nagel, the 6th man here for this Mustangs team, 6th woman. And it's Sheeran to the bench with those 4 fouls. And a near steal. Nagel almost won that ball right back for her team.
Mike, that's the 3rd time in not long game time that Middle's just throwing the ball to the wrong hand on passes.
Panthers get it in that time. Bennett off of the play. That's a nice set off the inbounds play, and Bennett finishes for 2.
Well, John Leahy is a master at drawing up great stuff on out of bounds, especially along the baseline. Perfect example there.
Ava Mazer dials up a triple and hits. So again, Bella in the second, Ava so far in the third. She now has 9. Lead is up to 11. Mainland keeping middle at an arm's length here so far in the third. Bennett comes over to collect. Euro step down the lane. She lost it, and it looks like it was last touched by the Panthers. So one of those spots, Brian, you talked about, a little bit of a dangerous time for middle. Mainland with the basketball and an 11-point lead.
And that should have been a jump stop in the middle of the lane from Bennett, not that Euro. She got into a bad spot there.
Stokes feeds Mazer. Ava's been the hot hand. Back to Stokes down low. Good defense down there from Toland. Britonis hasn't scored a ton tonight, but she's played an excellent floor game as always. Here's Bella Mazer, and they're going to get Powell for the push. I believe that'll be her second personal, team second, as Gabby Cruz checks in and Toland gets a break.
That's a tough foul there if you're Middle Township.
Britonis, tough catch. She's able to gather it in the corner. Circles back out, ran into some traffic there, and she traveled. Forcing the issue a bit that time, she gets called for steps.
You might be able to hear Mainland coach Scott Betson in the background. Let's run our stuff, set some screens.
So again, Britonis forcing the issue a bit there. And Middle Township with a chance to chip away. Down 11, 4:30 to go. Poked away from behind. Palick retains possession. She hits the deck, whistle silent. Here come the Stangs. Pass ahead, unselfish there. And the finish that time, maybe a little bit too unselfish, but Bella was able to finish for 2.
And Bella Mazer has 20.
So Ava maybe had a layup, but saw her sister streaking down the floor. Said, hey, you got the hot hand in this game. And the lead is up to 13, I believe the largest of the night for Mainland. Middle looking for an answer. Bennett hounded out there by Ava Mazer. Kenzie Palick on the drive. Kicks out Capoletti. That quick trigger you talked about. Can't get that one to go. Stokes with the rebound. Britonis slows it. She lets her teammates get ahead of her. Britonis now drives. Again, a lot of traffic in there. She hits the deck, and the rebound grabbed by Middle.
There's some contact in there, Mike, but Casey Britonis is kind of initiating all of that, and that's why the whistles were silent.
Nice spin move and the finish from Kenzie Palick, and a quick timeout taken by John Leahy as Palick is able to cut the deficit to 11.
So at 42-31, with 3:21 to go in the third quarter, this might be one of those timeouts here. You set up some kind of a pressure or a run and jump in the half court, try to get a turnover. But I also think if you're Middle Township, you have to send the message that, don't look at the scoreboard right now and think that we're down, this big insurmountable disadvantage here. The message might be, hey, let's try to get it down to 7 or 8 before the start of the fourth quarter.
Between these teams, again, the first one relatively competitive, but Madison Palick was in the lineup. So then you think back to the last time, which really wasn't competitive at all. This game has been competitive, and now all of a sudden Middle finds itself down by 11. But as you talked about, Brian, still in this game, and that's the strategy, right? Just chip away. Just try to get to a manageable number going into the third. And if you're in this huddle to the right of us now for Mainland, you really have to, overall, a couple exceptions, but you have to like the way your team has come out here in this second half.
Scott Betson's coached against John Leahy long enough to know that, usually there's going to be some kind of a wrinkle out of a timeout, whether it's offensively or defensively. So we'll see if Middle tries to do something here as Sarah Farrow is checked into the game for Middle, number 32.
Farrow has been a spark at times for this Middle Township team. Just 2 points so far here tonight. Tough matchup down low against Stokes. Speaking of Stokes, she has it. Gives it over to Ava Mazer. Now Britonis trying to get to the baseline. Almost ran out of room. Nice look to Nagel, and that shot rolls off the rim. Nice find, but Nagel couldn't get the short one to go. Here comes Middle with 3 minutes to go in the third. Cruz, a healthy 3, and she buries it. Big bucket off the bench from the senior, Gabby Cruz.
Boy, Mackenzie Palick is having a night, Mike. That is tremendous, the way she set Cruz up for that wide open 3. She drove right at a defender and made sure that help came, kicked it right to Cruz and put it perfectly in her hands where she could spot up for the 3.
Ava Mazer off on the straight-on triple. Palick with the rebound. Again, just an 8-point game. Middle chance to come even closer here. Palick, Capoletti, WNBA 3 won't go down.
No, Palick got away with a walk there, but almost got an assist. But Capoletti couldn't knock it down.
Bella Mazer around a screen. That's a deep 3, and she banks it in. Banks open late here in Atlantic City as Bella banks home.
Well, the mistake over there, the way Bella and Ava Mazer are shooting threes, you cannot go under a ball screen at that area around the 3-point line, and that was the mistake that the middle defender made there. You know, whenever you have a good 3-point shooter, you absolutely cannot go under ball screens. You have to go over it and trust that your teammate is going to hedge out to stop the dribble penetration. You can't, I mean, even though that was a banked-in 3, with the way the Mazers have been shooting from outside, you have to go over those screens.
So Bella now with 23 points. She had a lot of those points in the second, but now coming alive here in the third. Again, Sister Ava has 9, Bratonis with 8, Stokes with 5. So other than Bella, a lot of balance there for Mainland. And you talked about Palick. She's got the 9 points. Palick has 11, but Palick has been so critical in keeping Middle Township in this game, whether it's doing some of the dirty work, the assists, the pass before the pass, the hockey assist, if you will. She's really kind of laying it all out there right now, but her team down 11 as we have 2:11 to go here in the third.
You know, Middle had some momentum going there too, and then they give up that 3.
Again, Cape Atlantic League Tournament semifinal. Final set for Saturday, 2 p.m. in Egg Harbor Township. Winner gets Wildwood Catholic. And as we talked about off the top, Mainland the number 1 seed in the Group 3 South Jersey State playoffs. Middle the 2 seed in South Jersey Group 2. But that's still a week and a half away. Farrow picked up her dribble, in some trouble. Palick comes over to help. Right back to Farrow at the elbow. Dives in. Tough shot. Rolled off the rim.
Good move. Just didn't finish.
Again, Farrow giving up some size down there. Not always the case, but giving up some size here tonight. Here's Stokes. Now Ava Mazer. Bratonis catches. 1:29 left in the third.
No, they can afford to be patient here. Possession arrow in their favor, and they're up 11 late third quarter.
Ava Mazer has it again. Puts it on the deck. Crossover dribble near the foul line. Kicks it out. Stang's running some clock here. Bratonis. Stokes. Here's Bella Mazer. Back to Ava. 1 minute to go. Stang's chewing up clock here late in the third. Bratonis catches. Palick trying to check her. Bella thought about a 3. Good patience here from Mainland. As Brian mentioned, Stang's can afford to be patient, but then after all that, kind of a forced pass down low and a steal and a foul. So everything going right for Mainland until back-to-back miscues there with 42 ticks left on the clock.
You know, you wonder there, in Middle down 11, at some point, you kind of expected them to double team someone. They didn't. It works out for them as they get the ball here.
Third foul on Bratonis, and it looks like Ava Mazer is shaken up, and they'll stop play here. She might have
almost looks like she may have taken an inadvertent elbow or some kind of body part to the stomach.
Yeah, maybe the wind knocked out of her, trying to gather herself right now. And the officials blow the whistle so she can do so. Gives John Leahy an unofficial timeout as he brings his team over to talk.
Can I sub? Jacob. Can I sub? Yes, can I sub?
Mainland trying to sub on this, and they will be allowed to do so. That'll be Jade O'Neill checking in for the first time.
Yeah, with 34 seconds to go, they're going to get Bratonis out. Make sure she doesn't pick up her 4th.
And Powell stepped across the division line.
And again, Middle just making mistakes on inbounds passes. That's one there where Powell's got to go into the backcourt. That pass can't get delivered until she gets into the backcourt. She caught that pass right on the division line and then fell off balance and stepped back court.
Bratonis back in on offense. That's the shortest shift of O'Neill's young playing career at roughly 1 second. And now it looks like the Stangs will try to hold for the last shot. 20 seconds to go. Mainland with that 11-point lead. Mustangs want to run through Bretonis. She gets set. 10 seconds to go. Deep three on the way from Ava Mazer. Won't go, so they don't hold for the final shot. And then Bretonis picks up the loose ball foul. So that's huge, Brian. That's her 4th.
Well, she's going to have to go to the bench in favor of O'Neal here.
So something to keep an eye on in the 4th. Obviously, she'll be on the bench here at this final 6.5.
6.5 to go.
Palick has to hurry. 4 seconds to go. Palick still on the dribble, and she's double dribble. I was going to say she was fouled, but a foul would have put her on the line, but a double dribble is the call. So now Mainland an opportunity with 2.4. And Scott Betson wants his team to hold the ball. That's what they do. Well, actually, they traveled. So I believe that came before the buzzer. I'm not sure what we're going to see here.
No, they're not going to add time now.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a traveling violation right at the buzzer. So it's an 11-point lead for Mainland going into the 4th.
So 45-34 is our score, with the one key asterisk that Bretonis will have to play the 4th with 4 fouls. So it'll be interesting to see the lineup that Mainland comes out on the floor with, if Bretonis will be part of that lineup or if Mainland will try to buy some time with her on the bench. But either way, this game within reach for Middle Township, just kind of hanging around, down by 1 after 1, down by 6 after 2 at the break. And obviously the lead is now 11, but you know this game is by no means a blowout. It's still a tight, relatively tight contest heading into the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and you mentioned if Bretonis is out of the game, Mike, and it looks like she will be to start the 4th quarter, it's maybe an opportunity for Middle to extend their defense a little bit and try to pressure the ball a little bit more.
So Casey Bretonis will be on the bench.
It's the one, excuse me, but the one thing about Bretonis, Mike, is that not only is she a terrific ball handler, but she also goes about 5'10", 5'11", so she can see over most defenders. And now with her not on the floor, it's one less ball handler that Mainland has out there.
So Mainland has the Mazer sisters and Sheeran on the floor. She's in a bit of a foul situation as well. Stokes is out there. And the 5th is the freshman Nagel. Mainland basketball begin the 4th. Stangs have an 11-point lead. Trip to the Cape Atlantic League Tournament Final on the line here tonight. Sheeran with the catch. Bella, jab step, gets the step, down the lane, left it short. Rebound cleared that time by Powell. Here comes Abby Capoletti, who's into the game, right back to Powell. Powell drives, and she's blocked down there by Stokes. Stokes with another rejection down low.
If you're Mainland, Mike, you know, any team in a high school game where there's no shot clock and you're up double digits, you should never be taking a forced shot. And that was a forced shot by Mazer on the last possession.
And a steal off the inbounds play, and then a foul. So it's Nagel with the steal. It's Farrow with the foul. Obviously, it's the first team foul of the quarter, and a missed opportunity that time for Middle Township.
And that's the 3rd or 4th time Middle has turned the ball over off an inbound pass.
Bella Mazer, Stokes. Mainland trying to buy some time with star Casey Bretonis in foul trouble. She's got 4. She's on the bench to begin the 4th. Nagel circles to the top to catch it. Sheeran. And now Ava Mazer. Again, Middle running some clock, looking for a good shot here. Already a minute gone by here in the 4th.
Yeah, Middle needs to get out and pressure a little bit better here.
Bella drives, and she's fouled. And it looks like she was in the act of shooting here. Foul, goes against Farrow. So 2 quick ones against Sarah Farrow here in the 4th. And it will send Mazer to the line to shoot a pair. So Bella, we talked about it. Again, that monster 2nd quarter. Kept it going in the 3rd. She has a chance to add to her point total here. She now has 24 in the contest as Hannah Capoletti off the bench to provide some ball handling and 3-point shooting. And then Ayanna Bennett, one of those energy players, back into the lineup for John Leahy's Lady Panthers. Second free throw won't go. Stokes had it for a second. She saves it. Let's see who ends up with it here. Scramble on the floor. quick jump ball called, and possession arrow in favor of Middle Township. So again, it's a chance for the Panthers to try to chip away. If the Panthers are going to make a move, Brian, it's going to have to come relatively soon. 6:45 to go in the contest, 12-point game. Here's Hannah Capoletti. Bennett on the wing. Missed Powell on the back cut. Here's Abby Capoletti. Palak thought about a three again. Shoots it, won't go down. Stokes with the rebound.
Good job, Riley.
That's one of those ones. You're not shooting it in rhythm. That's a tough shot there.
Ava
That's an
Mazer.
offensive foul. Oh, yes.
And
Yeah.
charges the call.
Yeah, you know what? Danny McGinnis, the referee, initially went to his side to indicate block, but that was definitely an offensive foul. It may have looked awkward the way he called it, but that is the correct call. That is definitely an offensive foul.
Scott Betson said he saw that same move. You're right, but it is a charge. And so Middle with the basketball. 6:10 to go here in the fourth. Bennett in the corner. Palak again thinks about a three. She'll jack it again this time. Just same thing, Brian, just not in rhythm. You almost have to start maybe forcing things a little bit, but a couple of shots out of rhythm for Palak.
Well, I think if you're Middle, you've had success. Their success in making threes has been the dribble kick.
Bella, nice crossover, lays it off. Sheeran, almost the and one, but Ava will go to the line to shoot two. A nice drive and a nice dish that time from Mazer to Sheeran.
Well, Bennett, who's been very good at drawing those charges, stepped into that area, and Bella made the adjustment. She stopped short and laid the bounce pass off to Sheeran, and she'll go to the line for two. It was nearly a three-point play opportunity.
That ball rolled all the way around the rim and then fell off as the junior Sheeran searching for her first point of the night. She gets it there. So Sheeran in the scoring column, that makes it a 13-point game.
I believe this is Mainland's largest lead, Mike.
Yeah, it matches it. They led by 13 at one point in the third, but you're right, it matches the largest lead of the night for the Stangs. Time to get to work for the Panthers. Skip pass into the corner from one Capoletti to the other. Palak looks like she got caught kind of between a jump stop and something else in the lane. It was a travel.
Bertonis back in. They used the opportunity to get her back in on offense.
So Mainland kind of sensing some blood in the water, an opportunity to get Bertonis back into the game and try to put this game away during this stretch right now. Stangs up by 13 in no particular hurry. Ava Mazer. Some tight defense here from Middle.
Oh, they're running like a little V-cut here where they just screen down to the foul line. Middle's going to have to do one of two things here. They're going to have to switch, holding foul called against Palak.
Fourth team foul against Middle of the quarter, so Mainland will be shooting the rest of the way here.
Yeah, Middle's either going to have to switch these screens or they're going to have to jump the ball. You're down 13, you're going to have to start taking chances. You can't just allow Mainland to take 30 and 40 seconds off the clock on a possession.
Bertonis into Stokes, and Bennett fouled her, and that's going to put Stokes at the free throw line to shoot two. So this one's starting to slip away from Middle Township, and Mainland just kind of methodically grinding their way ahead in this game and then pulling away here in the second half. Stokes hits the first. Again, relatively quiet game. She has some of those, but just affects the game in so many other ways. She's got 6 points on the night, but a handful of blocks. Has to be close to double digits in rebounds as well as Stokes hits two.
So neither team has a field goal in this period. Mainland has hit 4 free throws.
So now officially the largest lead of the night. Capoletti long on the three. And again, Mainland has the ball with a chance to burn some clock. Bella Mazer. And a nice move there as she got the defender up in the air down low and then went glass. She's now got 26, Brian.
That's a great jump stop on the block there.
So Bella Mazer flirting with a 30-piece tonight. Lead is up to 17, 4:30 to go in the fourth. Mainland in control, and Powell with a bucket. She now has 13 and a quick timeout called by Middle Township.
Well, Reagan Powell got away with a travel there. So
So Leahy giving an earful to the officials right now as we have a full timeout. Again, Mainland in control, even despite the make at the other end there. A 15-point lead. Stangs looking for their 24th win of the season. And everyone, as you know, Brian, so critical this time of year, as it looks like if Mainland can do the right things down the stretch, they're going to book a date with Wildwood Catholic in the Cal Tournament Final.
Mike, John Leahy should have received a technical
foul.
Yeah,
I was waiting for you to go there. I didn't want to wade into those waters.
He absolutely should have been given a technical foul there, with what he just said to that official, and he caught a major break by not getting one.
Leahy now advising his team in the huddle. Panthers have some work to do here. Again, 15-point deficit. Mainland, this was a game that really Middle led for most of the first quarter. Mainland was able to make its move and pull ahead and then build a 6-point lead at halftime. Third quarter swelled to 11, and now it's just been Mainland just a couple of baskets better than Middle for most of the second half, just stretching this lead a little bit at a time. Full court pressure here, obviously, from the Panthers, except Bella Mazer is wide open. She brings it across. Here's Bertonis on the handle. Guarded closely by Palick. And looking for Bella, who was open, just couldn't catch it cleanly. You don't see that too often, but a turnover there from the Stangs is now Nagel will check in for Bertonis as they play a little offense-defense.
Still a pretty comfortable 15-point lead for Mainland. Still time for Middle, though.
Palick drives, knocked away. Here's Bella on the break. Bella Mazer, 2 more, as now she has 28 points on the night.
Well, she's inching closer and closer to that 1,000-point mark, about to join her twin sister.
You mentioned she needed 40 coming in. You think there's no way, but not out of the question right now.
She's got 28. And she didn't score in the first quarter, Mike.
That's right, had that monster second. So 3:30 to go. Mainland in full control now with the basketball. Looking for open shots. Ava Mazer wisely circles back out.
Well, and this is what makes Mainland so tough. They handle the ball, and you have a bunch of a great pass.
And Stokes with the finish off of the dime there from Ava.
And you have a bunch of girls who have played with one another since about probably the 3rd or 4th grade. And they just instinctively know where each other is going to be.
Largest lead of the night now, 19. Another rejection from Stokes. She's got, 4 or 5 of those tonight.
Yeah, she's really been a stopper defensively in front of that rim, as she's been all season.
Ava Mazer picked up her dribble, finds her sister Bella. A lot of times, Brian, she would take that 3. Doesn't need it right now, as Mainland just wants to run some clock here. And Leahy imploring his team to pressure the ball. Easier said than done, though. Mainland team that likes to move it around.
Great pass.
And Stokes, another finish, that time off of the feed from Bella. So all of a sudden, Stokes is in double digits with 11.
And you know Bella Mazer committed that one offensive foul, and now she's been stopping short with the jump stop and laying off a couple of passes.
Abby Capoletti off the mark on the 3. Stokes with the rebound. And you can go ahead and slot Mainland into that Cape Atlantic League Tournament final. Style points right now. And scoreboard is off, so we have to handle that. Looks like someone may have tripped the wire there. And it looks like we maybe lost about 10 or so seconds, so we'll get that sorted out. A lot of people keeping a running score here tonight, so I don't think that'll be the issue. But as I was saying, go ahead and slot Mainland in to that Cal Tournament final. Should be a good one.
Well, I mean, let's face it, Mike. Middle Township was hoping to be one of those teams. They gave a strong effort here tonight, but Mainland just too much. And really, ever since the injury to Madison Palick, it almost seemed, not to be disrespectful to anyone else, as Mainland gets a turnover here, and Ava Mazer will go in and score. But it just seemed inevitable that it was Mainland and Wildwood Catholic. And that's what everyone was waiting for, and that's what we're going to get.
So correct me if I'm wrong, those teams played twice in the regular season. Obviously both Mainland wins. Mainland undefeated against all Cal and South Jersey competition this year. As 3 is off the mark that time from Toland. Some reserves getting ready to check into the game for Mainland here. But again, it's not a unique situation for Wildwood Catholic. You know, losing to Mainland, there's no shame in that. All Cal teams have done it this year, but now it's up to Steve DePatry and the Lady Crusaders to try to find a way on Saturday.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, the bottom line is, you know, if you're a Wildwood Catholic going into Saturday, the 2 results that happened during the regular season don't matter anymore because this is the one that really counts. So I think we're going to have a heck of a final. You know, 2 teams with big game experience.
Some new players into the lineup here, getting some big game experience down the stretch. Maddie Mead, one of the players checking in for Mainland. Looks like Alexa Levy is out there as well, along with Sammy Funk. Jade O'Neill finally gets some extended time. She checked in for about a second earlier to spell Britonis.
Addie Pepper, number 14, also in. She's the one with the ball right now. Middle has some deeper subs in. Allison Nagel, number 31. Izzy Miller, number 0. Ella Leahy, number 30. Daughter of the head coach. Alexia Davis, 35. And Maya Robinson, number 5.
Appreciate you getting us those names. My roster didn't go quite as deep as yours, but it's necessary to get those names out there because these are kids that really have worked hard going against the starters, going against the rotation players all year long, and being rewarded here with a little bit of playing time down the stretch. And you want to acknowledge those players.
That was Pepper that missed the shot. Mainland got the rebound. That 3 is missed.
And we'll see if Middle try to get something going for one of these reserves here. Final seconds ticking off the clock as the crowd begins to exit. Final score as Nagel gets 2, and a nice bucket there for Allison Nagel. And the final score is going to look lopsided, and really Mainland did take control of this game in the second half, but Middle battled a lot of the night, but that's just how good this this Mainland team is, Brian. They can kind of make you feel like you're in it, but they just have this other gear, and as you mentioned, they play so well together. As the final horn sounds, Mainland wins this one by a final of 59-38, and we'll go to you for your closing thoughts and some scoring breakdown as well.
Well, yeah, the scoring is, you know, Bella Mazer just was on fire tonight. Didn't score in the first quarter, and she finishes with 28. And Ava Mazer and Sydney Stokes each with 11. 1 for Ava Sheeran. And for Middle Township, Reagan Powell with 13. 9 for Mackenzie Palak. 5 for Gabby Cruz. 3 for Hannah Capoletti. 2 apiece for Ayanna Bennett. Sarah Farrow and Allison Nagel. And Mainland goes to 24-1. They'll play in the Cape Atlantic League Championship game for the 5th straight time, and they'll be going for their 3rd straight championship. And we're going to bring on Mainland coach Scott Betson. And Coach, congratulations, and you're back in the final. And you know, I know this wasn't the prettiest performance by your team, but you really pulled away in that second half.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating at times, but yeah, I think that's a combination of factors. We did some silly things with the ball at times, but also credit to Middle Township. They're really good defensively year in, year out. So I think that game shifted more so when we just started locking down on the defensive end. You
know, Bella Mazer obviously coming up on 1,000 points, and she gets 28 tonight after not scoring in the first quarter, and you know, that's one of her better offensive outputs, especially against a good team.
Yeah, we needed it. We had a little bit of foul trouble. Second quarter was enormous for her. I think she had like 17 in the second quarter, something crazy like that.
Right.
And you know, we just try to. I think only 2 of them were on threes in that stretch too. We just try to stress. You know, they're just so athletic. They're so aggressive when they attack the basket like that. That's you know where we try to focus them to get their points.
And now you get Wildwood Catholic for a 3rd time, and you've beaten them twice. There's that old saying, it's hard to beat a team 3 times, but I'm sure you're well aware you're going to get their best effort in the final.
I mean, honestly, it's the nature of how the Cal is doing things now. If we're going to put the top teams in the top conference, and then you're going to have a Cal tournament, you're going to have to beat a team 3, and then if they're in your group 4 times. It's just the nature of things. You saw it tonight. All 4 teams are from the American Conference tonight. So, I mean, that's just kind of what goes with the territory. It's it's not necessarily a bad thing to have had wins against them, but it's definitely a challenge. I mean, they're super talented and obviously well coached.
All right, Scott, we'll let you get to the locker room with the kids. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, fellas. Appreciate your coverage.
Mainland coach Scott Betson with us here on Cape Atlantic Live, and we will certainly see Mainland on Saturday. They're used to being in that game, and again, Wildwood Catholic also some big game experience. Probably just the normal nerves that come with a big game, Mike, but it's 2 teams that are very experienced that are going to be going at it on Saturday, and I think we're going to have a whale of a final.
Can't wait for it. Again, that game, that Cape Atlantic League Tournament final on Saturday. That's the later game, 2 p.m. game at Egg Harbor Township High School. The boys will be first at noon. And speaking of the boys, join us right here on Cape Atlantic Live tomorrow for the boys semifinals from Millville. It'll be Mainland, Ocean City at 5, and then Middle Township versus Atlantic City at 7. Now for Matt Ulmer on the camera, for my partner Brian Kniff, I'm Mike Frankel saying so long from Atlantic City. Mainland, a winner over Middle Township, 59-38 as the Stangs move on to the Cal Tournament final.